I'm here to announce, and I appreciate everybody's patience on this. I know that, and I appreciate the respect for the family and their privacy through this very tragic and difficult ordeal. Um, at 6:50 last night, Bharti Shahani lost her battle from the horrific injuries that she sustained um, at the Astroworld Festival. Bharti was, and let me just say this, we're here today to talk about Bharti. We're not going to entertain any questions about the facts or events that led up to why we're here today. That's going to be for another time. We're here to talk about the life of Bharti Shahani. You know, I grew up right down the street from NRG in the Astrodome. And my whole life, that whole complex, from races to rodeos to carnivals to thrill shows, it's always been a place of community, of family. Never in a million years would I ever imagine that something like this could transpire at this. This is the pillar of our community, the symbol of community and family and rodeo and all the good things about Houston. My son, 17 years old, he was at the show. I watched him and all of his friends take off to go, excited, and I was blessed that he made it home that night. The Shahanis did not get that same dream. Never in a million years, when she took off with her friends, her sister and her cousin, to the show, that would be the last time that they ever saw her. Bharti was a shining star in the community. She was a sister, a daughter, a high-achieving college student about to graduate from the Texas A&M University with high grades. Bharti she was the ideal child. Again, let's take a moment for thoughts and prayers from our community, from the state, from the whole nation, to just think about not only the Shahanis, but the 9 other people who have lost permanently their loved ones. This was a monumental travesty from start to finish. From the performer down to the ticket sales, everyone gets an F for their. It failed at every level. We're only beginning to to figure out the failures, but there are many, and I imagine there's going to be more to come. The way that this festival was put on was a recipe for disaster that these people cooked up. From the configuration to they ran so many stop signs on the way to finally the fatality wreck. I mean, from the very beginning, they ignored safety. They put profits over safety. And as a result, we have this tragedy. No parent should ever go through what the Shahanis are going through right now, ever. This was a senseless, grossly disregard for human life in these young folks that were out there. Now again, I don't want to get into the investigation and the ongoing litigation of this thing. We're here today to talk about Bharti. And with that, I'm gonna introduce to you guys Mohammed Debolsi. He's my associate, and he's going to talk a little bit more about the family and introduce them. We're gonna hear from the parents, the sister, and the cousin.
Your name, sir?
James Lassiter. Sorry.
Name?
James Lassiter.
Can you spell it for us?
Lassiter.
Thank you.
All right. The family is willing to entertain some questions, but again, we're going to keep those questions about Bharti and not about the events. I do want to, and I will lead with this. There's been a lot of questions, and I think it's common knowledge, but there was a video going around that most people have seen of the young lady falling from a gurney as they were trying to get her out of there, evacuate her. That was Bharti Shahani. Okay? And we're not going to really entertain any other questions about that. If people are still wondering, I'll let y'all know that. Okay? Again, I appreciate y'all being here, and with that, I'm going to let Mr. Nabulsi have some words.
Thank you again for coming here today. Over the last few days, I've been able to spend a considerable amount of time with the family. I've gotten to know a lot about them. And truthfully, what they've reminded me the most of is my family. Houston is a community, a diverse community, a community of immigrants, a community of people who are seeking better opportunities for the future generations. A community of people who come together and celebrate life. The Shahanis are immigrants. Their children are first-generation Americans. I'm a first-generation American. My family immigrated here, seeking better opportunities for their children. And Bharti played the role that first-generation oldest siblings play. They are the glue of the family. They are the liaisons. They are the mentors. They are the advisors. They are the interpreters. They are the people who keep the family together. And not only do they keep the family together, but they ensure that the family will thrive. That was who Bharti was to her family. The oldest sister. She helped her family with their business. She made sure that her family could thrive in this community. And because of the gross negligence and utter disregard for human life by all those that were involved, that was taken from this family. I see in Sunny the father, Sunny Shahani, I see my father. A man who's doing his best to put food on his family's table and relying on everyone around him to support his family, including his eldest daughter. I see my father, a brave man. And I've witnessed Sunny's bravery over the last few days. And as you can imagine, when someone goes through a tragedy like this, there's a lot of moving parts. There's a lot to juggle. There's a lot to handle. On top of comforting your other family members, on top of being there 24 hours for his daughter. I see in Karishma, my mother. Her children are everything to her. They're her babies. And Bharti was her angel. I see in Namrata my sisters, especially my youngest sister who looked up to me and my older sister Someone who was not just Namrata's sister, but her best friend. An amazing sister to both her sisters. This is who we're here to talk about, is Bharti. This is what not just the Shahani family lost, this is what our community has lost. A bright star, a future leader, someone that all of us should look up to. And what we need to do, and the message that we're here to communicate is clear. We want justice for Bharti. We want justice for her family. We want to make sure that the people who decided to put profits over the safety of the lives of children and youth are held accountable for their callous disregard for life. And so, what I will do now is I want to turn the mic over to the family, so you can hear directly from Sunny and Karishma about what Bharti meant to them, about this amazing person that has touched their lives and the lives of everyone she's come into contact with. So please.
Your name and spell it for us, please.
It's Mohammed Nabulsi, MohammedNabulsi.
Good afternoon, everybody. Thanks for your patience and waiting for us here. I'm here today. Came here to just get a justice for my daughter, Bharti Shahani, and I'm here to tell you what Bharti was meant for us. She was born on 26 July 1999 in New York at the St. John Hospital, and I came to this country in '92. I came here with my parents to make a bright future for our family. I had 7 sisters, and I was the only son to my parents. From very beginning, from my school life till college, I had to work hard to support the family. And I used to work hard to make sure that everybody gets the food on the table. From New York, we moved down to Charlotte, North Carolina in 2006. I was there for 3.5 years. My parents moved here, my sisters moved here in Houston, and they were telling me that there is a bright future over here in Houston. So I moved here finally in 2009 in July. When I was moving, my kids, I had 2 daughters at that time, Namrata and Bharti, and they were small, so they agreed to move down here. And then I had a 3rd daughter here in 2010, and her name is Bharti Shahani. Bharti used to take care of our whole family, like taking care of her younger sister, being like her mother, because my wife, she started working with me and was supporting me in the business, because in business we had a lots of ups and downs. When I moved here in July, I started working with one of my friends in the clothing store to just get the experience of here. I'm in the clothing business since 2001. So when I was trying to start my own business, my mom got sick in 2010, and she was here 5-6 months in the Methodist hospital itself with a pancreatitis. And then my dad got alone. I lost my mom in 2011. I lost my dad in 2013. And I was without the job for 4 years, which I got a good support from my sisters and my brother-in-laws over here. So Bharti was seeing, my kids saw what I was doing for my parents, and they learned the same thing from us, and they were taking care of us. Bharti's future was like, say, Daddy, I want to be in a A&M. I want to do engineering in a chemical engineering. That was her dream. So we sent her to the A&M because first 2 years she did a St. Jack down here, and then she went to A&M for her studies. After first semester, she changed her topic from the chemical engineering to the computer science, and she told her daddy is a bright future, and we will do an online business on to your store because you are struggling hard. You have to be 5 days in the stores, and that's what we had a support from her. Unfortunately, it was a wrong day and wrong time for her. She went to that concert of Astroworld. She called me around 3 o'clock, Daddy, we are leaving home. And I was at the work and my wife was at the shop too. And at 6 o'clock, when they were entering to the concert, they called her that we had ate a pizza and all that, Daddy. So inside, maybe our phones will not work because the signal might be low and it might be too loud. At 7:45, my wife, she texted her and she asked her, how's everything going? She said, everything is going good. We have finished the one concert. We are waiting for the next one opening, starting at 9 o'clock. So we thought like our kids are enjoying at the concert and they're enjoying the music and all that. But at 10:45, I got a call from my second daughter, Bharti Shahani, that I lost my phone and it's too crowded. And I'm trying to look for Bharti. She got a phone from some security person over there, and she was trying to call her. Her phone was not replied. Then I have to, when she called her, then my nephew was there too with them. So I called my nephew, and he picked up the phone, and then I made a 3-way calls, and so that he can go and pick up Namrata where she was stuck. And then I told them to start looking for Bharti. That was around 10:45. By 11 o'clock, me and my wife left for the NRG stadium because I was really upset that something has gone wrong because of that. Bharti is not picking up the phone. Otherwise, she always picks up the phone right away and reply to us. When we reached to the NRG, we went through from each security and all that. Finally, they told us they have sent a lot of patients to the Bentop. So we went to the Bentop first. From Bentop, they told us she's not here. Then they sent us to the Herman Memorial. We went there, even she was not there. And it was getting very scary for us, that we can't find her till now. It was almost 2 o'clock in the morning. Finally, we found her in the Methodist Hospital in an emergency, in a critical condition, with a heart failure, and she was on the vent. And it was really tough for us to see her in that condition. I can tell you a little bit brief about her. She was like an angel for us. She was the head of the family. She was a very nice girl, always calm, always listens, and she had a bright future. Only thing I'll request you guys all, to the Houstonians, to please make sure that she gets the justice. And I don't want somebody else's daughter to go like this. I was keep hearing the newses and all that, but for last 6 days I not slept also. Me and my wife for 24 hours, 7 days we were like with my daughter in the ICU. And I'll be thankful to the Methodist staff too, which they allowed us to stay in her room. So whatever time was left, we can spend with her. Now I'm worried about my 2 daughters and my wife, what will be the impact on them after we lost our precious angel. I don't have to say anything else, I'll pass it on.